Hey guys, JI from MeasureSquare here. Today we're going to do a quick video on creating and configuring pipelines. So from any page in the CRM, I'm going to click the settings gear in the top right to bring us to our company settings. And from here, I'm going to go to the pipelines and stages menu on the left side. So when you get into pipelines and stages, even if you just built your account, you'll have a sample pipeline or two sitting there waiting for you. Feel free to delete those or use one as a starting point. But today we'll just walk through creating one from scratch, what some of the features around here do and mean, and how to best make use of this section of the CRM. So getting into this pipelines and stages section, we could see right at the top there's going to be two tabs. We have sales and other. So fairly self-explanatory, but worth diving into for a moment here. The sales pipelines are for the sales process specifically, right? That's going to be everything up until you're awarded the project. So really after award, in terms of MeasureSquare CRM best practices, you should have a separate pipeline under the other section that's managing your live projects. Now you can see in these sales pipelines, we have a probability to win column. So you do want to try to make this as accurate as possible because that's actually going to drive your sales forecasting and a couple of other features in the CRM. So I'm going to click New Pipeline on the left side here to create a new sales pipeline. That'll bring up our new pipeline window, and we could call this Sample Sales Pipeline. So that's going to start with two stages that we cannot remove. Those are going to be the won and lost stages. And these stages are very, very significant, right? When a project moves into that one stage, then it's immediately assigned a won date, and that project is recognized as won throughout the CRM forever, right? Similarly, if you mark it as lost with a lost reason, that project will be marked and reported on as a lost project. So we have won and lost. These stages are all set. Let's look at a commercial scenario, build a few stages here around the commercial workflow. And we can start there with the invitation to bid. And I'll just fill in a couple of these stages really quickly while we're going here. This can be bid sent. Okay. So now we have our stages. Okay, these stages look good. And it's really important to build these around the way that your team thinks of a project, right? You don't need to reinvent the wheel here. Just use your current logic, your current terms, and define these stages. So once those stages are set, you want to look over to the probability to win. And the best way to do this is start with your hit rate, or what you think your hit rate is, right? Your win rate. If I say, you know what, I think we win 35% of our jobs, I'm going to start there and then back that number out. So bid sent, that's going to be where my hit rate comes in, right? So I'm saying 35% of these jobs we're actually going to win, and then we could fill in the rest of these accordingly. So maybe 25% of the jobs we get pricing for, we win. Maybe 10% of the jobs that we get do takeoffs, 20%, something like that, right? All right, this looks pretty good. Now I'm going to save that. Then you want to make sure, if you do have other pipelines in here, you want to make sure that new one is all the way at the front so that that's your default pipeline that your team falls into. So on the other side, it's pretty much the same. Just one difference here. So instead of probability to win, we now have progress, right? So since these are live projects or non-sales projects, this is actually tracking the progress, right? Okay, when it's scheduled, looks like we're 40% done, right? Just as an example. And that's pretty much it for creating and configuring your pipelines. Thanks for watching.